Hello, and welcome back to the Spoilercast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. And my name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello. And today, let's just get right into it, because I don't want to waste any time on this.
No.
We're going to talk about Cocaine Bear.
Brand new movie.
Yeah.
Premiered.
Brand new movie.
Like today, in Sweden at least.
Yeah, and in a few days in America and the rest of the world. Well, a lot of days, a lot of countries today. Doesn't matter. Where it's fresh, super fresh. It's a 2023 movie. Funny concept, kind of funny trailer.
Yes.
Terrible movie.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not even gonna ask you what you thought.
No. It was terrible. There was no storyline. There was no end goal with anything. There was nothing. There was random happenings and Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
That's
like
about
honestly,
it. And weird unnecessary violence.
Yes, that's one thing we are going to spend some time on. Because I just want to say, we usually say like, oh, we probably won't have much to say about this. But then we end up talking for like 50 minutes to an hour anyway. Literally, I don't think we're gonna go past the 20-minute mark on this.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
We'll give you an extra TV cast this week.
Or something.
We'll talk about the new The Last of Us or something, because I don't want to talk about this movie. This is some of the worst trash I've ever seen.
Yep.
It's a pointless story with way too many characters. The Cocaine Bear is barely in the movie. I mean, it is, but only to a certain.
Yeah.
Like it's not the central like plot point.
No, it's a random thing that appears in random scenes for random reasons and for a very short time mostly.
Yeah, most of the movie is just people looking for other people or gangsters looking for the cocaine that was dropped from an airplane and that the bear is now eating and snorting and consuming.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a comedy. I mean, obviously it's called Cocaine Bear, even though that was not supposed to be the original title. It was just a working title, and they just stuck with it because they thought that was
funny.
They couldn't find a better title. Like, okay. But I'm wondering if this was actually supposed to be a comedy at first, because, or even when they shot, because the tone is all over the place here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's quote-unquote funny, because it's not funny, but it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be a comedy.
It's supposed to be almost, that it's so ridiculous it's funny.
Yeah. But then we get to the actual bear scenes, and I will say the one thing that I thought was funny was when the bear was tripping.
Yes.
Like there are a few scenes
when it's rubbing on the floor and the trees.
It's literally eating bricks of cocaine and acting weird.
Yeah. That was funny.
It was a funny visual. I was like, ha!
And also,
bear,
the bear was pretty much very well made.
Yeah, good CGI bear for the most part.
Yeah.
But then we get to because it's a coke fiend, so of course it gets very aggressive and starts attacking people. Yeah. You've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
And the violence is not funny.
Ooh.
Like, and I'll be totally honest, I kind of dozed off. The movie is just terribly boring for the first half hour, and this is a 95-minute movie. So I don't know if I missed some detail, but I woke up and it starts attacking people in some sort of welcome center for this national forest park, whatever it is.
The forest ranger hangs out there.
Thank you, the forest ranger place, whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, you're thinking, like, oh my god, a bear high on cocaine attacking people. That could be, like, funny, silly, over-the-top violence. It is over the top, but it's super brutal and, like...
Yes.
Very, way too detailed, and people, like, screaming in anguish and, like, being tortured by the bear. Like, the violence isn't funny at all.
No.
I know some fucking morons, a couple of rows below us were laughing at it.
Yeah, but they were like 15.
I think they seriously had something wrong, because they kept talking throughout the entire movie.
They were there just to what? Oh my god, it's a funny cocaine bear. They didn't
They
were
there for the
cells.
hype. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause the scene where the EMT lady she runs into a tree. This is the scene where the bear jumps into the ambulance. You've seen it in the trailer.
Yeah.
It ends with well, first of all, you see it bite the head off of a guy as he's screaming for his life.
Yes.
And then the lady who's driving the ambulance, she rams into a tree, flies out through the windshield, and lands right in front of the camera with the dead look in her eyes and just blood slowly dripping down her face. Like, am I supposed to laugh now?
Yeah.
Is this funny? No, it's just like horrible. And I don't mind horrible violence, but not in a comedy. It's supposed to be funny violence in a comedy.
We had a couple of scenes where the bear like rips open someone's stomach and they eat the intestines.
The bear cubs start slowly eating the intestines as he's screaming.
Yeah, it's just
and there's blood around his mouth. Like, it's not funny.
That's just disgusting.
It's just
and it
gross.
didn't fit the theme or the mood of the movie.
Not at all. Yeah, it was super weird. And then the rest of the movie is just people walking around the forest. There's literally like a 15-minute scene with people standing around a gazebo, and there's like a Mexican standoff because one guy is on the roof, the other guy is on the ground, and then the bear walks up. It's sort of coming down off the cocaine, and falls over on Alden Ehrenreich, and presumably dies. But then he wakes up when it smells the cocaine again.
Yeah.
That goes on for 15 minutes, and they're just standing there. Like, this was so fucking terrible.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know how much we talked about that on air, but we kind of talked about it off air, like we didn't really want to see this because, sure, it's a funny thing to say, haha, a bear is high on cocaine, but is that actually going to be a good movie? I didn't think so, and I was right. We were right. We mainly went and saw it because, it's been kind of hyped up on Twitter, so hopefully people click this so we can warn you. Do not go and see this movie. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, the script makes no sense. The cinematics I had like 2 scenes I thought were pretty cool looking, but it was all centered around the bear, which was the only good thing, really. The acting was mostly kind of bad.
It was bland, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have good actors.
Yes,
we have,
that's what I was about to say. We have a couple
Jackson,
good ones.
We have Ray Liotta. We have the police guy, whoever he is. He's a funny comedian guy.
Isaiah Whitlock Jr.
Right, Isaiah Whitlock Jr. We have like great actors, but you have professional actors, Kerry Russell and Aaron Aldenreich. Aaron Aldenreich, whatever.
Alden Ehrenreich, yeah.
Alden Ehrenreich, yeah.
Jesse Tyler Ferguson, who's from Modern Family.
Yeah. Who
I even recognize the Ranger, Margot Martindale.
Yes.
I recognize her from something. Christopher Ryu is in it.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
He's from Game of Thrones, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the wildlings.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. The Norwegian
He's the Norwegian
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
Who I have to ask if that was an error or they just did something weird, because he's credited as both Olaf and Christopher, and his girlfriend calls him both Olaf and Christopher.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that was like an editing mistake and they just keep it in because it's a funny blooper.
Did she call him Olaf as a nickname? Or like, it's just weird. Weird.
She keeps calling him Olaf, and then one time she's like, Christopher, look. I'm like,
yeah, maybe.
Are you even reading about why is she calling him Christopher?
Yeah, because his real name is Christopher, but yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No sense at all. And then a bunch of random people that I don't really recognize.
Doesn't matter.
Wait, I do recognize Matthew Reese. Thornton? Who was Thornton? There was a character named Thornton?
I don't know.
No.
One of the teenagers. Doesn't matter.
Terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, most of them were. It was probably not the acting. It was the directing from our very talented and accomplished Elizabeth Banks. I'm sorry. Why the fuck does she keep directing movies?
Well, I don't know if she's only made 2, right?
3.
3?
She did Pitch Perfect 2 first.
Oh, okay.
Which is the worst of the Pitch Perfect.
Oh, I haven't seen
by the way. And then she did
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels and then Cocaine Bear.
Big feminist statement. Didn't work, so now she
Not really,
did
no.
like a director for hire and did Cocaine Bear.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no like...
She's done like segments and shorts before that. And she does have an upcoming, but it's a TV movie, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think she's cut out for directing. Ooh. She's a fine actress. She should stick to that.
Exactly.
But I've seen parts of Charlie's Angels. It was fucking terrible. Bad feminism aside, it was just a bad movie.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
I mean, visually, it looks kind of nice because, I mean, the angels are played by beautiful women and it's aesthetic, but that's about it.
Yeah. And then this, just bland, incoherent,
I mean, the script didn't help.
Yeah, exactly. The script didn't help. But, I mean, you could have done something with it. Instead of, like, now it's a serious movie, but it's also funny. Or, I mean, it's supposed to be, but it's not really. It was,
but the guy who wrote it had only written The Babysitter Killer Queen, which I think is the sequel.
Yeah. To that Babysitter
Yeah,
movie,
the sequel was
Netflix.
not terrible, but not as good as the first one.
I didn't watch any of them, so I don't know.
And he acted in the first Babysitter.
Yeah, no, like,
that's all he's got under his belt. Like, he's no one. I'm sorry.
No, he knew someone. He had this funny idea, and they were like, "Write the script. We'll make it."
Yeah.
Terrible. This once again proves that producers don't know good movies because they greenlit this for some fucking reason.
Because it's Elizabeth Banks, probably. They're like, yeah, your name.
Yeah, but
you probably know what you're doing.
She was kind of, a pariah after Charlie's Angels. I think it's purely based on like the elevator pitch, a bear high on cocaine chasing people through the woods.
That's true.
And the name Cocaine Bear because it's funny.
Yeah. Like the bear stuff, that was it. That was funny. Everything else, meh.
It was mildly funny sometimes when it wasn't murdering people.
It would have been more fun if we solely followed the bear and whoever the bear ran into.
I mean, the plot is basically the same as in Cliffhanger. It's a bunch of bad guys looking for bags full of, in Cliffhanger it's money, here it's cocaine, that has been strewn across a mountain. Blood Mountain, as it's called, which is, I don't know if that's a Mastodon reference or if it's an actual mountain. And the bad guys have to find them, and, in Cliffhanger, they force Sylvester Stallone to lead them across the mountain, because he's a mountain man. Here, the bad guys should have found one bag, then been attacked by the cocaine-crazed bear, but then they're able to, like, coax it, almost, not tame it, but, entice it with more cocaine, and almost, like, use it as a bloodhound, like, we'll just follow the bear. It's jonesing for more coke. It'll find all the coke for us, and it'll be, like, it could have been, like, a race, like, between the gangsters who want to find it so they can pay off their bosses, and a bunch of, like, weirdo druggy hippies or something that have found some of the coke, and they're all, like, trying to find all the coke. Meanwhile, the bear is leading them, and it could be, like, they could, like, run into, like, cops or something that it could attack, because then you can have the violence and everything. Yeah. But ultimately, have the bear be funny instead. I know cocaine is the wrong drug to be funny. It should have been, like, weed bear, but that's not...
That doesn't make sense.
Ganja bear? Yeah. Because then it would have been, like, weird, and it could almost, like, start becoming friends with the hippies or something.
Yeah, but it's harder to have a bear react to marijuana, I think, than it is to have it eat cocaine.
Yeah, but it's a movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
even so, it doesn't matter. It could almost become like Scooby-Doo in Scooby-Doo, like a companion almost, an uneasy, drug-addled, coke-fiending companion. But still, that would have been a funny thing to do. But instead, they did this, and it's almost like a slasher movie, but bad.
Yeah, it wasn't even so bad it's good.
No, it was just
at any point. It was just bad, which is a shame because it was the last movie Ray Liotta finished.
I know there is one more, because I've been listening to the Always Sunny podcast, and Charlie Day had his directorial debut during 2022, which he's now editing, and Ray Liotta is actually in that movie. So there is at least one more movie.
There are 3 movies one is completed, 2 are in post-production.
Yeah. So this is... fortunately not the last movie we'll see.
Yes, but so far.
So far, yes. It said in loving memory in the end. And that's sad, because this was
a shame.
one of our greatest actors who will now be remembered as the bad guy in Cocaine Bear.
you know what? Luckily, this movie will probably disappear from everyone's memory, because even though we're putting out an episode on it, in years to come, no one's gonna know what this is.
in a few weeks, no one will remember Cocaine Bear.
Ooh.
Yeah. I gave it half a star on.
I haven't even started.
Okay.
I have to give it half a star. I can't give it 0. So
yeah, on Letterboxd.
I mean, the music was fine, but it didn't fit.
It didn't fit. It sounded like it was like an orchestral adventure movie score almost sometimes.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. The only thing good about it is that it made me made the White Lines Forever, whatever the song is called, the White
something
Lines,
like that.
Got it stuck in my head, and it's a great song, so I don't mind that. But that's not really the movie.
No.
It's a trailer, and it is in the credits, but still. I honestly, I said we were going to do under 20 minutes. I think we're going to stick to that because we're just at 16 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, it's terrible. It's a waste. For once, I actually say it's a waste of money and time.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry we went and saw this.
Yeah, we should. You know what? We should have done After Sun instead.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll get less clicks, but I'm sure that would have been a much better movie to experience. I mean, I'm still going to watch it. But,
yes.
Yeah. So.
I mean, we might still, because this is such a short episode.
Yeah, we might have to do something extra with it. But I'm not spending any more time with Cocaine Bear.
Nope.
It's late. I gotta get up in the morning. I still haven't eaten dinner properly. So.
Same.
Thank you so much. Sorry, but we'll see you in a proper episode the next time. Have a good one.
Bye.
The Spoilercast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's produced and directed by Tobias Widén, and it's hosted by Tobias and Rebecca Widén. Executive producer is Annika Widén and Laura Kinney. And I want to give huge shout out to all our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. Laura Kinney, Mom and Dad, Dani Del Gaiso, Christopher Billén, and Mac and Mom.